Hello and welcome to Giggles and Glutes with myself, Zoe and Donaé. Today we are coming to you separated again, sadly. We're going to be covering how to start a beginner gym routine without feeling overwhelmed, without feeling like going to the gym is just too much, too many stairs, too many people, as well as three key mistakes that new gym goers make and how to avoid making these mistakes. Danae, what is the first thing that you would suggest to someone who's now decided to restart or start this journey and sign up at the gym? They're so excited. Things that you would suggest they do to make the process easier for themselves, to help them avoid feeling, oh no, they actually can't do
Overwhelmed.
this.
Yeah. The first thing above all is after signing the gym contract is to actually go to the gym with a
Yeah.
plan and structure. Because a lot of people swipe their card for their points and then they leave because they think that just signing the contract is miraculously going to bring them to their goals.
Yeah.
And I also think like what is important is familiarizing themselves with the gym space and the environment to know exactly where everything is. A lot of gyms do, or what we know is that they do an induction and they show them around where everything is. But besides that, I think it's important for you to take the time yourself also to thoroughly check where everything is. Familiarize yourself with the lockers, weights floor, cardio section,
Yeah.
functional floor, so that your plan can flow better. That would definitely be the first thing. Would be another.
Definitely. I would also say don't be afraid to ask for help. The
Oh,
staff in the gym are there to assist you and to help you. And if you need that help or assistance, don't feel like some type of way about it because I can promise you that, or in my experience, or and based off being behind the scenes, I can only speak for my experience inside of Virgin Active. The
yeah.
staff are going to help you. They are very service driven. And if you need that help, go and ask for a fitness instructor to show you around the gym. Ask them to show you how to use the machines. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Even
Yeah.
ask us if you need that
Yeah.
help. Drop us a message on Instagram, in the comments, or in the community tab. Dana and I are always keen on providing information.
For sure. Another thing I've heard a lot over the years is people say, I'm not fit enough for a PT. I want to build my fitness before I get a PT. But the entire point of
Yes.
having a PT is to help you get there. People need to shift their perspective and think of it as an investment. You're spending money in the gym as an investment in your health. You're spending money
Yeah.
on a trainer as an investment on your health because realistically speaking, it's going to be a lot cheaper than doctor's bills, which is what you were wanting to prevent, obviously. So even if you are new to the gym, get a PT if you can afford a month or 2 months maybe for them to help you one-on-one to show you around and how the structure of workouts actually work, what sort of exercises with what exercises, so you can become familiar but also confident, because sometimes it helps to actually have someone there with you so you don't feel so alone. And maybe when that month or 2 months is over and you're in a place where you feel a little bit better in the gym environment and you know a couple of people, then you can slowly shift away to doing it on your own. And I think that
Yeah.
ties in with the fact of asking for help as well, to get a
Yes,
coach
that
if you can,
is,
for sure.
yes, definitely. And if you can't, join the group classes inside the gym.
Yes, for
That's where
sure.
group classes are actually very
Yes.
important. Like,
And you meet
I
so many
remember when,
people in the group classes.
yes, yes, 100%. You can become part of a little tribe. That motivates a lot of people to want to just come and see their friend at the gym.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you need external motivation and accountability, or what we were talking about last week, having the gym buddy is also a great form of accountability. And just knowing that, oh, after work, I'm going to do my step class, pump class, and have a coffee with my gym friends or whatever.
The gym community is split into two. There's the group exercise community and then there's the gym goer community. And it's actually crazy because the same people are in the same place. For us, having worked in the gym for so many years, you see the same faces every single day. You know everybody, but it's so funny that the group exercise people and the gym goers people don't often know each other.
Yes,
Like
yes.
two separate communities in one. And it's actually so interesting to see that. But also, what I was going to say was if, like, when you become part of a community in a group exercise class or as a gym goer and you stay away for X amount of time and you come back, people are actually going to ask you, where have you
Yes.
been? And that is a question that a lot of the time you don't really want to answer if you've been really lazy and not sticking to the plan. Because people will ask you in the gym, like, I haven't seen you in a minute. Where have you been? And you better have a good enough answer other than lazy. Like, they will definitely hold you accountable. And
Yes.
people do underestimate the gym community, and it's an amazing community
Yes,
to be part of,
it's
honestly.
definitely an amazing community and like something that is not spoken about enough actually about when you are part of a great gym community, subconsciously motivates you to want to come back.
100%.
So when you're choosing a gym for yourself as well, go in the peak time to sign up. Because
Yeah.
that's when you can feel the energy of the gym and that's when you feel the gym come to life. The peak time might
That's a
not be
good
the best
tip.
time to actually train. Yeah,
Yeah.
but when you go to sign up and to check the gym out, go in the peak time because the peak time is where you can feel the
It's
energy in the gym and you
booming.
will know. Yes, but you will also know this is going to be a place that when I'm not feeling it on the day, I know if I get to this gym, I'm going to be motivated to
Yes.
do whatever planned workout that I have.
Because that's the thing, though. Like at the end of the day, we feed off each other's energy. In the
Yeah,
gym, as big as the space can be, or as small as the space can be, people's energy is so important. And if you are a beginner and you're training in off-peak times, finding the motivation, because there's really no energy to feed off in
yes,
off-peak times.
yeah,
So I think that's an amazing tip, is to definitely go when the people are there. And once
yeah,
you get to a point where you're over the people, then you can go in off-peak times for sure.
yes.
And I
But
also,
obviously,
no,
if
it's okay.
you're overwhelmed by all the people, then off big time is going to be your choice time to train in.
But if you do the off-peak time, maybe have a buddy join you. The two of you can bounce off each other. But I'm not saying that obviously if you are going alone, it's a problem, because definitely it's not. If you can
Yeah,
motivate yourself and pump yourself up in the car with some gangster rap music before you walk through the doors,
like
then
you
definitely
should.
do that. Yes. Which brings me to my next thing. I also think that, like, people should really take time to pump themselves up before the gym. Like, because a lot of the time people take the energy from the office to the car to the gym, and then that same energy goes home
Yeah,
if they didn't collect all the endorphins. Taking
yeah.
5 minutes to sit in the car, play your favorite song, sing to your lungs capacity, and like vibe in the car, so that when you get out and you're actually doing that little walk before you go into the door,
You're
you pumped
confident
yourself up.
already.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you are ready
Yes.
for all of it,
Yes.
because that's something I do until this day. I have a one-man
Yes.
dance party and it's the best.
That is actually something that I wanted to mention. Get yourself a mantra. A mantra is so important,
It
especially in the
is.
beginning stages of your journey. Is that you read, that you saw, that motivated you sometime. Maybe go back to that. Maybe find something new. Google mantras.
I can get one.
Oh, this is exciting.
Let's see. What do we
So, what's the
have?
mantra for 2025?
One step stronger, one step closer. That's a good one. One step stronger,
Okay.
one step closer.
Something a bit more specific.
I bring the energy, I crush the limits. I think this is very specific, because it's you're speaking to yourself. Like, I bring the energy, I crush the limits, because
Yes.
often we set the limits for ourselves. They're not really set by anybody else but ourselves. So I think that's a good one. I don't wait for motivation, I create it. I don't wait for motivation,
Okay.
I create it. That's a good one also.
That is a good
Um,
one because that speaks to discipline and knowing that
exactly.
motivation is not going to be there all the time. So you need to
And
be very
consistency.
strict.
Yes. And then
Yes.
another one is today is a gift and this workout is my thank you, which I think
Oh,
that's a beautiful because
that's a beautiful one.
you're
But
giving
I feel
gratitude
like
to your
that's more
body.
after the fact. That's not the one that's going to get you. Yes.
I agree. And then
So,
also just like
yeah.
for one last thing for a new gym goer is we spoke about this last week is having a routine and a set plan for yourself. And we're going to constantly keep reminding you about this because it's so important to have a plan, to stick to the structure and to create a routine. A lot of people aim really high when starting. They want to train for an hour, 5 times a day, coming from being
Yeah.
completely sedentary. Be realistic when you are setting your goals and don't tell yourself, I want to lose 12 kgs in 2 months or 1 month or something ridiculous. But be real with yourself so that if it doesn't happen, because often, like in the gym, especially, people set the bar so high for themselves that when they
Yeah.
don't reach it by X amount of time, they're disappointed and then they just give up. Definitely be realistic with your goal setting so that you can actually achieve it, so that when you do, you want to keep going to the next goal. Yeah.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Last point that I mentioned brings us into this one is the mistakes new gym goer as well, which I think we've like basically touched base on all of them, but a lot of the common mistakes that people make when they are new to the gym. So besides not sticking to the routine and all of that is like, again, not having a plan. Winging it in the gym can be seen as a mistake because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, if you don't have a plan for the goals that you are going to reach, you don't really know how you are going to get there. It feels like I'm doing cardio today, but I don't know what my cardio is. I'm doing
Yeah.
strength training today, but I don't know what muscle groups I'm training, or
Yeah.
I'm doing mindless hit or whatever. And also taking note of your form. It's so important to train with
Yeah.
correct form because you can, over the years of being a trainer, people often say, I can do 100 squats and my legs don't hurt. And I'm like, let me see your squat. And the squat is
Yes.
back. And I'm like, this is why you can do 100 squats and not feel
Yes.
anything because you're not even working the muscle. Obviously, you're not
Yes.
going to feel anything. So definitely pay attention to your form, do research, ask for help.
I would also say one of the biggest mistakes people or new gym goers make is coming to the gym on an empty stomach. Can we
Oh,
stop doing that,
please,
please?
can we stop doing
Like,
that?
some people can train fasted. I train fasted. For me, eating before training is, I can't. Even
But
if
it's
it's
like,
like,
sorry.
what's up? No, what's up?
No, it's also it depends on the time of day. Like in the morning for
Yes,
sure. But if you're coming
yes.
from work and you didn't eat lunch, now you're not gonna train. You're trying to pass
But
out, my
also,
girl.
like, also, I was going to speak on a topic actually. In my last year as a PT, I picked up a new client, and she started coming at 10 in the morning, which is it's a late morning. 10
It's
is
late. Yeah,
quite
yeah,
late in
yeah.
the
10
morning.
is late.
And
Mm.
so she fasted from the time that she woke up at 6. She took the kids to school, did all her morning stuff, and then came to her session. She was feeling lightheaded and dizzy, and I was like telling her to chill down. We're gonna sit down for a little bit, and then I was talking to her because I was like, how come are you feeling like this today? What did you do different than the last session? Then she was like, oh, nothing. I'm just like decided I'm not eating anymore before workouts. I was like, excuse
Excuse me,
me,
ma'am.
can we have a discussion before you do stuff like that? And then I
Oh
said to
my
her, do
God.
you want to move the session to achieve that goal? How important is that goal? But then obviously you get into coaching side of personal training when you start
Yeah.
finding because it's so important to know the root cause and why someone wants to do it so that we can better educate our clients on if what they are doing is something that there's science back to it or if it's just some social media trend that's important, and we always want to provide science-based information to our clients. So
Yeah.
yeah, please if you're training, and especially if you know that you're going to be doing a high intensity workout that's going to be requiring a lot of energy from you, please have something to eat at least 30 minutes. Don't eat before 30 minutes. Or have a banana. You can have some peanut butter, 2 or 3 scoops of peanut butter if you love that the way we do.
I was gonna
Or put
say
some
like
peanut
a
butter on your banana. Like
yes,
just
or
get
even like a
some.
slice of sourdough also. Like a lot of
Yes.
people also like another mistake that they make is I'm gonna eat well, but let me cut out carbs. Carbs are our energy source. Your body actually needs it. So even
Yeah.
before a workout, whether you eating one slice of a sourdough bread or like a banana and peanut butter, like you said, or like a little bar, oat bar, or whatever that has carbs to it. So you can actually have the energy to finish your workout and sustain throughout the hour, 30 minutes, 45
Yeah.
minutes that you are doing as well. So be mindful of what you're eating. Don't go grab a McDonald's small fries and a
Oh,
burger
don't go get a
before your
smoothie
or a
before at the gym
smoothie.
instead of warming up. Awesome.
That
How
is
pathetic. I have to
awesome.
say to people, you can't be having smoothies before your
Before
workout.
the gym. And also another thing that like if you are somebody who is committed to a personal trainer now in the new year, or you have a coach and your session starts on the hour, let's say 3 o'clock, please don't be that person to come into the gym at 3 o'clock. You should
Or
be on
three
the
or three.
treadmill. You should be on the treadmill at 10 to 3, warming up. Get your money's worth. Let your
Yeah.
trainer train you from 3 until 3:45 or until 4 or 3:30 if your session is 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Get bang for your buck and really get your money's worth so that your trainer can train you for the amount of time that you are paying them and not use as part of that as your warm up and your cool down. Tell them I
That's
will warm up
a
on my
amazing
own.
tip.
Tell me what to do
Yes.
and I will do it. But you also
Yes.
need to be committed to doing that. Arrive before the time. Don't be
Yeah.
late. Be
Yeah.
punctual.
Yes.
Yeah. So I
Those
think that,
are amazing tips. I think we gave more than 3 in the end.
yes. Happy New Year. Our gift from us to you.
Oh, talking about Happy New Year. Oh,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It feels a bit like delayed because it's like the second week of when do you stop saying Happy New Year? This is something I actually always want.
I
This is
think
the
for the
last
rest
week.
of Jan, you should say compliments of the season. I
Compliments
think
of the
that's,
season.
I think
Okay.
that's what you
Okay.
say for the rest of the now.
Okay.
And then in the last week of Jan.
Just stop it because January on its own is a year.
I
Got
could,
the book.
but I haven't even opened it yet.
Shall we do it together? Open it and you can actually read us. January is the best
Oh.
month to follow this book because the pages, days, and dates align. After January, you start to Google what day out of 365 is today.
Listen. I so guilty
Why?
for not opening this book on the first. I just procrastinated.
This is
My guilt
a
took
gym, a
over.
new gym goer mistake not to make. That's like saying I skipped the gym on the 1st of January, so this week is null and void. Please, Zoe, set the example. I'm
No, I
joking.
don't do that. I don't do that.
I'm joking. It's the
Okay.
10th. What does the book say today? Tell us.
The journey is not how you place down what's weighing on you, but how you learn to stop picking it up. Not when you decide to stop, but the strength of resolve not to begin again. With habits, people, the thoughts, the behaviors that you know can only lead to your own self destruction. It's how you release your familiar unhappiness, how you decide you've outgrown the emotional crutches that have soothed you and distracted you and held you when you need it most. How you move forward is what you begin to reach for their place.
Oh, wow.
So basically, it's saying the first line, the journey is not how you place down what's weighing on you, but how you learn to stop picking it up. Things are going to weigh you down, but you shouldn't pick everything up that weighs you down. Like you shouldn't carry everything with you
Yeah.
that is on this journey that is destructive, that is toxic, that is not serving you, basically. So it says basically stuff is going to happen on the journey. Try not to
Yeah.
be so caught up in the stuff that happens on the
But like
journey.
weirdly, the image that's coming to my mind is a queen and a crown. Being a queen is hard work and holds so much responsibility. But when you see the
Yeah,
queen wearing a crown, she wears it with so much grace that you don't
yeah.
even know what's happening. And that's the way we should carry our heaviness in our life also, with grace, everything with grace. Yeah. Anyway, 2 cents. Carry on.
No, that's it. The rest of the text is just not when you decide to stop, but the strength of your resolve not to begin again. So it's basically saying that on this journey, push on, push on, push on, because people give up in difficult times too easily. We give up on ourselves, on our beliefs, on our morals. The thing that's going to help you or stop you from giving up is to build great habits, to surround yourself with good people and good thoughts, happy thoughts, and behaviors. If you don't have this, it will lead to your own self destruction. So it's actually so perfect, you know.
It is for what we were talking about also. And
Yes,
the thing that stood out for me was the people. It's very important the people you surround yourself by, the company that you keep. Because, like the gym, you feed off people's energy, you also feed off the energy of the company that you keep. If you constantly sit in negative conversation, your mind is going to adapt that way. If you're going to constantly sit in a conversation that doesn't feed you, or people are doing things that you don't want to do, but you're just going with it because you don't know why,
yeah,
there's no purpose to it. Every conversation, every relationship, every interaction should be meaningful, but also serve you as well
yeah.
for your highest good. And yeah, that's beautiful, actually. I'm glad we could end on this beautiful note. Thank you for reading us day 10 of the pivot here.
Such a
We hope you enjoyed this episode and that you were able to take something from this and learn something. And Zoe and I were able to help you in some sort of a way to help you set up for your New Year's goals in 2025 or any resolutions that you have set for yourself. Be mindful. And if you need to re-watch this video again, get a book and a pen and make some notes if you need to as well. Let us know in the comments if there's anything else we can help you with. And we are your girls.
yeah. So excited, guys. We will catch you next week, same time, same place. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Let us know what you
Please.
think. Let us know what you think. Let us know what your plans are. And yeah, we'll meet you downstairs. Bye till next
See you next
time.
time. Bye.